What's up, and welcome to Unspoken Conversations. I'm James Crow, and here we talk about issues and situations that are in plain sight. Things that people hate to talk about, but it needs to be said, from relationships, families, friends, and life. Our goal is to shed light and understanding so that just maybe we can start to rebuild relationships, families, and ultimately, our communities. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, I want to talk about the power of being spontaneous. So, all too often, what we do is we get into a relationship. Weeks and months later, we find ourselves bored. The reason we get bored is because we run out of things to say, we run out of things to do. Now, this is very common. It's very common. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know each and every one of us have been through this. The power of being spontaneous puts that little spark back into the relationship. What it does is it allows you to be able to be creative, see things from different angles, and actually remember things. You build these memories around certain areas and certain places that you move around through in your daily life. So, say for example, when you ride by a certain park and you look over there, and you with your partner and you look over there like, and they see that certain little spot, and it just brings back them little sparks, some little memories. And what it does is it creates a moment for y'all to both think together, we need to do another one of them. We need to set up another one of those days right there. You get what I'm saying? Where's our next little location going to be? That's the power of being spontaneous, because what most people don't understand is the honeymoon phase runs out. It always runs out. And when the honeymoon phase runs out, you run into a situation where, like I said, boredom kicks in. And when boredom kicks in, this is a perfect opportunity for outside sources to come into the relationship. And just like that, your shit's ruined. You get what I'm saying? So by being spontaneous, you keep those outside sources out of your relationship, because there's that newness, that necessary need for newness. It's not so blatant. It's not so right in your face. You get what I'm saying? So it is extremely important to keep spontaneousness. Spontaneousness? Is that a word? It is now. Keep the spontaneousness in your relationship. It is very important to keep spontaneous in your relationship, because, like I said, you all the different places that you've been spontaneous. When I say spontaneous, I'm speaking of sexually. That's what I'm talking about. When you take your partner and y'all go to a movie theater and y'all just want to play a little grab ass and shit like that in the movie theater, and y'all may just look over, y'all might actually go ahead and get it in. You know what I mean? But discreetly, you know what I mean? You might have somebody sitting over there to the side or over to the side. Now, don't get caught. I'm not saying get caught. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying it does add a spark to your relationship, where it makes it harder for things to just come in and break it, because you have these memories that are set in place and you cannot get rid of these memories. These memories are important, very important, because, like I said, the more often you do this, it takes out that what's the word I'm thinking of? That it takes away from that boredom. It takes away from boredom. It gets rid of the boredom. You know what I'm saying? It keeps that newness, that fresh spice. It keeps in your relationship. So I truly do. I really do think that it's important to keep spontaneousness in there. So when y'all go to a movie, not movie theater, when y'all go to the grocery store, I'm not saying get it in the grocery store. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, when you go to a grocery store with your partner, or to the mall with your partner, and y'all just moving around through the aisles and shit, and you just walk up to your partner and you just grab a handful of whatever right in front of, I ain't gonna say necessarily right in front of people, but low key in front of people, but when they're not looking. You get what I'm saying? And what it does is it lets the partner who's now being grabbed, it lets them think, oh, somebody's right there. You can't, there's somebody right there. And then your partner just walks on by and be like, so? You know what I'm saying? And it puts that little shock into the relationship, that little spark that's like, oh, you know what I mean? And they're going to, the rest of the trip in this grocery store or this mall, the rest of this trip, they're going to be like, I can't believe they just did this shit right in front of, you know what I'm saying? That thought is going to be a memory that plays over and over and over. The more often you do it, you can get creative with it. And when you get creative with it, they're going to expect it. They're going to want it. And the same goes back and forward. You know what I mean? You can turn it into a game. Y'all can actually have some real life shit that y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean 100% sexually, but that matters too. That matters too. I would go so far as to say that when you and your partner is out in public and out moving around and running errands together, I would say every once in a while make a pit stop. Make a pit stop. You know what I'm saying? Hit the car wash. Put the windows up if you got tint. If you don't have tent, hit the car wash. Get it in. You know what I'm saying? Hit an open parking lot way out in the middle of everything. You know what I'm saying? Broad daylight, nighttime. It don't matter. Hit a parking lot. Go out there in the middle of a parking lot. Get it in. Again, what it does is it adds a certain amount of spice and a memory, a spot in your daily routine. It adds a spot. Every time y'all drive past by that spot, or your partner alone drives past that spot, they look at that spot was like, yeah, we marked our territory right there. You know what I'm saying? Even if you and this person ends up with another individual right down the road, and down the road that partner drives by that spot, there's gonna always be a spot, a territory that's marked. Always. You get what I'm saying? And this memory is never going away. This memory is ingrained right there the entire time. So again, that spontaneousness is very, very important. You got to keep that spontaneousness in there. You have to. You know what I'm saying? You can. Okay, so think about it like this. There are some people that will not play grab ass in their parents' house. There's people that will not play grab ass in their parents' house. When I was younger, I did it. When I got a little older, I was like, I ain't doing that. That's disrespectful. But hear me out. You don't have to be 100% going at it. You get what I'm saying? In your parents' house. But to play grab ass in your parents' house, knowing that you're pushing the lines of being disrespectful, it makes it fun. It makes it fun without going too far. You get what I'm saying? So you, again, incorporate that into your relationship. Incorporate that into your routine with dealing with your partner. You know what I'm saying? When the kids and you in the kitchen or whatever, and the kids right there in the next room in the living room, you can go in there and you can kind of stand off to the side. You can play a little grab ass, and they just like, they can't say nothing because the kid is right there and the kid can hear it, and the kid may know exactly what you're talking about. So they got to kind of be quiet with what they say. They can't be like, get off me, stop. They can't say that because the kid can see it. So, you know, like I said, that little bit of spontaneousness gives a spark. That spark gives a memory, and that memory goes a long way. So I'm telling y'all, incorporate the spontaneousness into your relationship. You gotta do it. When that honeymoon phase runs out, this is where all too often somebody's playing in somebody's inbox, or your partner's playing in somebody else's inbox because that spark ain't there, and they got to get some type of attention from somewhere. They don't have very many memories to hold on to, and they're lacking in the area. That spice, that spark is gone, and they're lacking in this area. So y'all gotta come up with a way to remove that lack. And that lack, like I'm saying, removing that lack, to me, it pulls that staleness out of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really think y'all should take me up on this. You know what I'm saying? Take it into consideration and really start doing something with your partner, whether you just playing grab ass and y'all not really actually going out in parking lots and movie theaters and grocery stores and getting it in. Y'all ain't really taking it that far. But at least you playing grab ass. At least play some grab ass. Play some grab ass. I'm telling you, play some grab ass. You know, that honeymoon phase is very, very real. Very real. Like I said, it's the reason so many people get bored in their relationships. And I don't think boredom has any place in a relationship. I don't. I think it opens up doors for people to come in and fuck your shit off. So, you know, if you don't agree, think of any relationship. About the 5 to 7 year mark is where things start to fall off, right? Where things start to just become routine. You go to work, you come home, you make love here and there, just here and there, right? And that here and there becomes so fucking dull because you don't have much time. The kids is on your heels. The kids is in the other room. You got to make it quick. And then just like that, it's over. It's over. It's almost just sex now. It's not love making. Well, the reason why is because you've gotten rid of the ability to be spontaneous. You've gotten rid of the ability to keep the honeymoon phase active. You get what I'm saying? You have to stay in the honeymoon phase. In the honeymoon phase, wasn't you sneaking around doing little weird shit? Wasn't you playing grab ass in the car, sitting at the drive-thru? And when a lady would turn her head when she's taking the money, you'd reach over and grab and touch and feel. But as soon as they look back around, you move your hand. You know what I'm saying? That's the spontaneousness that I'm talking about. And it keeps, like I said, that honeymoon phase fresh. It keeps the honeymoon phase active. And y'all got to understand this. Y'all got to understand this. I don't know if you understand just how important it is. If you don't believe me, incorporate it in there and watch how your partner responds to it. Just watch. Just watch. See how things go. Because I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer that relationships fail because people stop putting into the relationship. I'm a firm believer in that. Yeah. So, I don't know, y'all. Just take it into consideration. Think about it. Oh, how you like the new? It's kind of cool, right? Yeah. Not bad. Anyways, like I said, take it into consideration and see how it works for you. Try it on your partner. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Just start doing it. Male or female, don't matter. Just start doing it. See what comes from it. Till next time, have a good night. They are so full of the cap, man. I can't take it, need to break it. If they